This video will teach you how Amazon's A9 search algorithm works and how to rank your Amazon products high in the search results. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That way, as I release more content like this, you will get notified. And if you are on YouTube, click on the alert notification button. Now, when it comes to ranking your products in Amazon search, there is a common misconception that amassing a bunch of 5-star reviews is the key to success. Now, don't get me wrong, reviews do matter, but they are just a small part of your overall Amazon SEO strategy. Now, this video will teach you everything you need to know on how to get your product to the top of the Amazon search results based on my own experiences as a 7-figure seller. Now, just a note, both gray hat and white hat techniques are discussed in this video, so please proceed with caution. Now, at a high level, understanding Amazon's A9 search algorithm is quite straightforward. Amazon's primary goal is to display products that will generate the most sales and make the most money. So as a result, ranking in Amazon search comes down to just a few basic factors. Sales performance. Does your product listing generate sales? Keyword relevancy. Does your product listing have a high conversion rate for the keyword query? Bottom line, if you have a product that Amazon deems will make them the most money for a given keyword, then you will be on the front page. It is that simple. But how do you prove to Amazon that your brand new product will actually generate sales? There are 3 things that you must do. First, you have to be very deliberate in which keywords that you target and make sure that these queries match what consumers are typing in to find your product. Second, you have to structure your product listings to make them relevant to your targeted search term. And third, you have to refine your listing so that it has an extremely high conversion rate. And finally, you have to jumpstart your listing with enough initial sales velocity to match your competition on the front page of Amazon search. Now, these steps must be done in order, and your success hinges on proper keyword research. Now, before we delve into the intricacies of keyword research, it is important to note that Amazon search is significantly different than Google search. When someone performs a search on Google, only a small fraction of the queries are from people looking to buy products online. And in fact, most Google searches are conducted for information and not for shopping. However, when someone does a search on Amazon, they are looking to make an immediate purchase. Now, because the search intent is different between Google and Amazon, you should not rely on Google AdWords keyword data for your Amazon keyword research. So step 1 is to perform keyword research like the pros. Now, the main goal when conducting keyword research for Amazon SEO is to find out exactly what keywords consumers are typing in when they buy products online. And to gather this data, you need to use an Amazon-specific keyword tool. Now, right now, for my own listings on Amazon, I rely on 2 tools, Scope and Viral Launch. Now, Scope is a tool that performs a reverse ASIN lookup on any product on Amazon and tells you exactly which keywords are generating its sales. So for example, when I run Scope on the best-selling garlic press on Amazon, here's what I get. And according to Scope's data, the exact keyword from garlic press is responsible for the majority of its sales. And this is common sense, but what other keywords are consumers typing in that you may not have thought of? For example, would you have known to target the following keywords, like garlic mincer, cutting press, garlic crusher? Finding all keyword permutations is the primary value of using a keyword tool like Scope. It allows you to peek directly into any product on Amazon and instantly know which keywords are generating its sales. And then you can use this data in your own product listing and steal their sales. Now, the other keyword research that I use for practically every single SKU that I list on Amazon is Viral Launch. Now, unlike Scope, which allows you to peek into a specific listing on Amazon, Viral Launch allows you to extract keyword data for the entire Amazon catalog. In addition, Viral Launch will also tell you how competitive that keyword is to rank for in Amazon search using their own proprietary algorithm. So for example, let's say I want to sell people apple slicers on Amazon. Here's the data that Viral Launch provides. And if you look at the data, Viral Launch provides me with the exact search volume for every keyword related to apple slicer. So when I create my own product listing, I can focus on the highest volume keywords such as apple core, apple cutter, apple slicer and core, apple core slicer peeler. Viral Launch also provides an opportunity score which helps you determine how difficult it will be to rank a keyword in Amazon search based on a scale from 1 to 1,000, where 1,000 is the easiest. And based on this data, I can easily prioritize which keywords to target in my product listings for maximum exposure and sales. In addition, Viral Launch always finds keywords to target that I never would have thought of myself. Now, step number 2 is to integrate your keywords into your listing. And once you've done the proper keyword research using Scope and Viral Launch, you now have to apply these keywords to your listings. And remember, keyword relevancy is an important factor with Amazon SEO, so you have to spell out which keywords that you want to rank for. Now, there are many different places where you should insert your target keywords, but I'm going to tell you the most important places in order of priority. Now, your product title is where your most relevant and high search keyword terms should go. Your back-end search terms, you can insert up to 250 characters of your secondary keywords in the back end of Seller Central. And then finally, there's your bullet points and description. Other relevant keywords should be used in your bullet points and product descriptions without sounding keyword stuffed. Now, for the purposes of illustration, let's break down the listing of the top selling garlic press on Amazon. And as you can see in the picture, this seller is clearly targeting garlic press, stainless steel mincer, garlic crusher, garlic rocker, and garlic peeler. It is also no coincidence that these are the most searched terms on Amazon related to garlic press. The seller has also liberally sprinkled these keywords in the bullet points and the description in a tone that sounds completely natural and not keyword stuffed. Now, this seller is also cleverly using his keywords in the initial 5 to 6 words of his title. Now, why is that? The reason is because Amazon often truncates titles depending on the device. And here are just some examples of truncation. By placing your primary keywords in the beginning of your title allows customers to understand your product even when the majority of the title is cut off. So overall, your title is probably the most important part of your listing when it comes to search. And your goal is to include as many relevant keywords as possible in a natural sounding language that entices a customer to click on your listing. Now, step number 3 is to populate your backend search terms. Now, the Seller Central backend search terms are a great place to put secondary keyword variations, synonyms, and other modifiers for your main keywords. And the most important rule to follow regarding the backend search terms is that Amazon treats the entire field as a random bucket of keywords. In other words, the keyword location or phrase is irrelevant. So for example, you don't need to include the word garlic twice if you are targeting garlic knife and garlic mash. Simply including garlic knife mash is good enough. In addition to not repeating a keyword, you should also never insert a search term that is already in your product title. Now, as of this video, Amazon is limiting the backend search fields to only 250 characters, including spaces and commas, and anything that exceeds this number will not be indexed. There's also no need to use commas to delimit your keywords, and this will waste your 250 characters. So try to include as many relevant keywords as possible, and when it comes to choosing the keywords for these fields, I like to include the following. Benefit keywords. These are features that customers look for when shopping, like professional grade, dishwasher safe, rust proof. Problem keywords that describe a problem, like stop biting your nails. Solution keywords that describe a solution, like it solves your dandruff problem. Synonym keywords, different ways to say your product, like SD card, memory card, etc. Common misspellings, different ways to spell your product, like handkerchiefs and handkerchiefs without the D. Attribute keywords, different ways to specialize your product, like Turkish towels or hotel towels. Use case keywords, like kitchen towels, bathroom towels. Audience-specific keywords, like towels for kids or tools for women. Now, overall, you should use Amazon-based keyword tools like Viral Launch and Scope to guide you when choosing the right backend search terms. Step number 4 is to improve your product listing conversion rate. Now, there's no point in getting traffic to your Amazon listing if the customer doesn't end up buying your product. Now, Amazon keeps track of the conversion rate for every product in its catalog for a given search term. And in general, the higher the conversion rate for a certain keyword, the higher your product will be ranked in the search results for that keyword. And remember, the conversion rate is calculated on an individual keyword basis, which is why keyword research is so crucial. Now, with that concept in mind, you need to make sure that your product listing is both enticing and priced to sell. Now, your photos are easily the most important factor when it comes to converting a sale. And even if you are running your Amazon business on a tight budget, never skimp on photography. Now, taking great product photos is important, but there are many ways to enhance your images beyond just photography to improve your conversion rate. So first off, your main Amazon product image must be on a white background and contain only the product for sale with no extraneous objects or verbiage. It must also be a high-resolution image of at least 1,000 pixels square, but outside of your main image, you can do whatever you want with your secondary images. And one method of boosting your conversion rate that works really well is turning your secondary images into miniature sales pages. Because you can include whatever you want in your secondary images, you should emphasize your product benefits within your photos. So here's a great example of a secondary image that I found while looking for weightlifting gloves the other day that really caught my eye. And in fact, this image is what caused me to buy these gloves over 6 other near identical product listings on Amazon. Now, the last tip I have with product images is to always test them with real people before you launch your product. And the best way to split test your images is by using a service like PickFu. Now the next thing that you need to do is to set up your bullet points. And while your images are the primary driver for a great conversion rate, your bullet points can also have a major effect on your sales depending on the nature of your product. And overall, you want to use your bullet points to convey your unique value proposition using verbiage that is concise and easily scannable. Now here's an example of a listing with great bullet points. And this listing is ideal because it clearly outlines the reasons why I should buy the product. And every bullet point starts with a key benefit in all caps, which is easily scannable, but I can continue reading for additional information. And overall, your primary goal with your bullet points is to convince your customer to add your products to their shopping cart. And the final part of your listing is to set up your product descriptions. Now, out of all the product listing elements, your product description is probably the least important, and the reason is because shoppers rarely scroll down to the bottom of the page. Most people look at the images and the bullet points above the fold or skip straight down to the reviews with few in-betweens. But that's not to say that your product descriptions are not important, but they should be just prioritized towards the bottom of your to-do list. Now, the only exception to this rule is if you have a complicated product that requires more information to sell. So for example, if you sell computers, you should probably create a very comprehensive product description that takes advantage of Amazon's enhanced brand content. But overall, the more complex your product, the more important your product description will be in convincing someone to buy. Now here's how to get reviews for your products. And first off, the sheer number of reviews your listing has does not directly determine where your product ranks in Amazon search. And in fact, you'll often find products that rank in the top 5 of Amazon that actually have very few reviews at all. But that being said, having a large number of reviews greatly improves your conversion rate, which leads to more sales, which ultimately leads to higher rankings. And overall, my philosophy with product reviews is that you need to amass enough reviews to get past a certain threshold of social proof, and then you can just rely on the automated tools to take care of the rest. As a result, it's important to have processes in place to grow your pool of reviews on autopilot as your sales velocity increases. And first off, you need to use an email autoresponder software like Feedback Genius that automates the review acquisition process. Whenever someone makes a purchase, you should ask your customer for a review via email after they have received your product. And your email sequence will convert reviews anywhere from 1 to 5% of your sales. Now, in addition to Feedback Genius, you can also try the following methods to get early reviews to jumpstart your listing. Amazon Early Review Program. Now, this program is run by Amazon and it entices customers to write reviews of your product in return for small gift cards from Amazon. And the Early Reviewer Program costs $60 per product. You must have less than 5 reviews and you must be brand registered, but it is worth it. Amazon Vine is a review group that is sponsored by Amazon where you can amass up to 30 reviews for your products. You can also use product inserts. In your products that request customers to leave a review, you can give away products at a discount to boost your sales velocity and rely on your email autoresponder to obtain reviews. There's also many gray hat methods of getting reviews that are kind of beyond the scope of this video. So for example, you can ask distant friends who are not connected to you on social media to leave a review. There's also review groups on Facebook that you can join to get your first set of reviews. I don't necessarily recommend this practice, but whatever method you choose, make sure that you comply with Amazon's terms of service or you may risk getting suspended. Now the next step is to boost your sales velocity for your keywords. Now, once you have a well-optimized product listing that uses your targeted keyword terms and a process for extracting reviews from customers, it is time to start generating sales. And the best white hat way of generating sales is by running Amazon sponsored product ads. But aside from Amazon PPC, the best way to boost your Amazon rankings is by leveraging your email list of customers. With your email list, you can offer a discount, instruct your customers to find your product by typing in a specific keyword, and then have them make a purchase. And generating sales this way works really well because you are telling Amazon which keywords lead to sales at a very high conversion rate. And in fact, if you have enough email subscribers, you can easily jumpstart your keyword rankings with an initial boost of sales velocity for your targeted search terms. But what if you don't have an email list? There are services out there like Viral Launch that will help you launch a viral giveaway to artificially boost your sales velocity and ranking. Now here's how it works. According to Jungle Scout, garlic presses on the front page sell on average 24 units per day. Now as a result, you will need to sustain sales of at least this many units per day for an extended period in order to crack the front page. Now this is where a service like Viral Launch comes in handy because they will use their large audience to help you generate the necessary sales velocity you require to make the front page. But please note that the goal of using Viral Launch is not to generate reviews. Instead, your objective is to generate enough sales velocity to crack the front page and then start generating real organic sales. Now, if your product listing is optimized and achieves a high enough conversion rate, then Amazon will deem your product worthy of the front page and you will keep your top spot once the giveaway is over. Now, if you've chosen your products and keywords correctly, then Amazon pay-per-click by itself might be all you need to jumpstart your listing. And Amazon has been known to give new products extra visibility in the first month to see how they perform. Now, in order to further boost your sales velocity, it is also advisable that you lower your prices when you first launch a brand new product. And in general, I typically set my prices at 20% less than the competition until I start ranking. Now, aside from sales velocity and keyword relevancy, there's actually other factors that anecdotally affect your search rankings. Now, first off, listings that leverage Amazon FBA will generally rank higher in the search rankings. And in fact, many people specifically filter out non-fulfilled by Amazon products in the search results when they shop. And your stock history also plays a role in the search rankings as well. So for example, if your product is frequently out of stock, it is generally not going to stay on the front page. And that is why it is crucial to maintain your inventory levels and understand the peak periods for your e-commerce business. And finally, products that are brand registered anecdotally get a small boost as well. As a result, you should apply for Amazon brand registry as soon as you can to protect your listings. Now, if you follow all these steps, your Amazon products will be ranking in no time. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you like what you saw, there's actually a lot more where that came from if you subscribe to my channel below. And if you are interested in learning how to sell physical products online, then click over here and take my free 6-day mini course where I'll walk you through everything that you need to know to get started in e-commerce. Thanks for watching.